Shalom, shalom. It's your boy Joe, J to the O, aka Wriggle, BKA Yaosef, the closest one to the sun, trying to be the closest thing to the hardest working human being, also the closest thing to the perfect human being, who is Jesus the Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach. And if Joe not, let Joe think what Joe think. It's Joe mine, and Joe gonna use it. Shout out to the TOP gang. So, I was talking about how a young woman was sexually assaulted, or an Uber driver was accused of sexually assaulting a young, quote-unquote, black woman. Excuse me for always clearing my throat. I'm just trying to speak louder, because I talk kind of low by nature, or maybe I was just... Maybe in my youth, mental tricks was played on me to lower my voice, because I do have a very loud, booming voice, but I try to keep that loud, booming voice to a minimum, which is something that I need to work through, so y'all pray for me. Shout out to the TOP gang. Look, also, bless y'all in the name of Yeshua, and bless you for watching this video. And I pray this finds you in peace. So, yeah, I was talking about this. I made a couple of videos earlier, and I was talking about this event that happened last night, I believe. So we're going to go through the video real quick, and I'm just going to commentate on it. I'm probably going to start doing more reaction videos to different things. So just bear with me as I get my bearings and try to figure this thing out. So let's go.
Disgusting. It's disturbing. No one deserves to be treated this way in our community.
An Indianapolis rideshare driver is arrested for murder after allegedly shooting and killing a female customer. Fox 59 Jesse Wells spoke to the woman's family and to IMPD's police chief about the case and has the very latest.
The victim's family tells me they tracked her phone down to these woods where they found her body and called police. Less than 24 hours later, IMPD had the suspect in custody and are now preaching a message of prevention. Just after 1 o'clock Monday afternoon
And that's what I'm trying to preach also, is a message of prevention, because a lot of these things can be prevented if, one, women start to desexualize themselves. Two, and this would be in a very imprudent on their behalf, and that would be to start to cover themselves and not dress so provocatively. Three, which is imperative, start to serve Yah. Start looking at serving the Most High Yah. 4 is of very much importance. You should be under the leadership of a righteous man. And as time goes forward, as times get darker, because this is only going to happen more and more. So as time goes forward and things get darker, men are going to look to take advantage of any opportunity that comes their way where they feel they can take advantage. It's not going to be about how you look. It's not going to be about how thick you are. It's not going to be about any of that, because they're not going to care about that. They're going to care about you have what they want, and they will stop at nothing to get it if you're alone. If you're not protected and you're out here alone, there's going to be a lot of men that are going to look to take advantage of that. Even people who claim to be of the book, they will sin against their own beds when darkness falls, because they're going to feel like y'all can't see them. How could y'all see me in this darkness, failing to realize Yah is the one who put them in the darkness? Anyway, Isaiah 4:1, 7 women gonna grab a hold of one man. That's not for anything other than protection. Now, sexual relations and all that is gonna come with it, because as much as women claim they don't want to share a man, when it comes down to it, when it gets down to the nitty gritty, oh, they'll share a man because they want to share that man's protection, and they also know they're going to realize his strength in numbers. So all this cat fighting and, you know, women saying, oh, you're a pick-Misha, and all that's going to go out the window. And most of the women that have that type of spirit where they constantly want to tear down other women for wanting to be good, quote-unquote, traditional wives, those women probably won't even make it to see the time where a man is going to be more valuable than Ophir, or however the book explains it. I would have to go look at that verse, but there's a verse in there that says that men are going to become very valuable, and 7 women are going to grab a hold of one man begging to come into his house, a righteous man, right? So it's imperative to young women to comprehend you need guidance and you need protection. You, as much as you think you are strong and independent, all that shit's gonna go out the window when you can no longer dial 911 for assistance. Let's keep going.
These woods on Indy's near southeast side, a woman who had been reported missing hours earlier was found naked with a shirt pulled over her head. Police believe 30-year-old Chanty Dixon had been sexually assaulted and shot to death.
This is just disgusting.
Now, from that picture, I can't tell if she dressed provocatively or not, but I can say this. The makeup does not help. The fake nails do not help. Let's see if I can scroll back a little bit. Let's see. I'm not sure if that's her real hair or not, but that even showing her hair does not help. Her hair should be covered, right? So, and she's alone with this rideshare driver who obviously sees her as just a piece of meat. He feels he can just take it. Now, this is all alleged because I don't know the conversation. I don't know if she tried to finesse him, and I don't want to put that accusation on her. I just know that we live in a very scam-ridden generation where everybody is trying to finesse everybody, as the books say. Because of sin, love has waxed cold. And everybody, it seems like everybody's out to get everybody else, right? Now, she could have been the perfect young lady back there, right? And just minding her own business. But because of how black women, quote unquote, black women are portrayed in the media through certain female rappers and hip hop artists, through shows on BET and VH1, and just the way that quote unquote black women are portrayed in the media, it's almost like other nations may look at us, at our women, and deem them to be sex crazed. Almost like they just want you to just take it, right? I mean, look at the popular dances in the black community. Twerking. We have our babies, not mine, but black women will have their babies twerking. Their babies will be 2 and 3 years old, and they'll have their little girls already sexualized, wearing the same hoochie mama outfit that they got on so they can match, and things of that nature. So what I'm saying is this: it would be better for women, black women in particular, Hebrew women, to begin to start seeking out a higher version, a higher level of themselves. Start seeking the Most High, so that when evil tries to rear its ugly head against you, you will be better prepared, right? Because there was nobody there to save this young woman. And she's a beautiful young woman for what I can tell. I don't know how she looks underneath the makeup. But I pray that her family will find peace in this. And I pray that young women can learn from this situation.
Assaulted and shot to death.
This is just disgusting all around, and it did not have to happen.
Police claim a 29-year-old Uber driver, Francisco Valadez, picked up the victim from work early Sunday morning and drove Dixon to her home at this apartment complex just a few feet from the woods where she was murdered. According to this affidavit, Valadez gave conflicting stories, but eventually admitted to shooting the victim while trying to have sex with her. After dumping Dixon's body, the suspect confessed he tried to have sex with her again.
This is a family's worst nightmare. We're disgusted by these allegations.
Finally, formal charges by the prosecutor's office in this case are still pending. In the meantime, IMPD asks anyone who may have had a suspicious encounter with the suspect using rideshare in recent weeks to contact their department. Jesse Wells, Fox 59 News.
So, basically, I'm going to end this video here. I just wanted to show that things are getting bad out here. Things have always been bad out here for women. But a lot of modern day women, they don't like to think to the third dimension, meaning they don't like to think to the end of a situation. Meaning, when you're, let's say a woman is driving versus a man driving. The man may say, if I turn right here, where is this going to lead me? Whereas a woman might say, I don't know where I'm at, I'm just going to turn right here. Now, that's not to say that men can't get lost or women get lost more than men. Men probably drive more than women, so men probably end up getting lost more than women. What I'm saying is, though, is that your actions will cause reactions. And men tend to think, what is the reaction of this action versus women? Because I guess a better example would be, men don't tend to talk crazy to other men a lot unless they already figured it out in their mind. This guy ain't finna do nothing, so I can talk crazy to him, right? Whereas if two men come together in a disagreement and there's a threat of violence, because when two men are talking, there's always a low-level threat of violence, because if you say the wrong thing, something might happen to you because you don't know what this other man is capable of, right? So that's why it's all, especially in societies or in states where you can lawfully carry or even conceal carry, because you don't know what could happen to you if you talk crazy, right? That would be logical. That's thinking to the third dimension. Whereas a woman, knowing damn well she can't beat up a man, will talk crazy to the man, even lay hands on the man, and then when the man lays hands back on her, will say something stupid like, well, I'm a woman, you shouldn't hit me. But why didn't you think of that before you started going crazy on the man? Right? You didn't think to the third dimension. You didn't think to the end of the situation, of what might possibly happen to you, right? And modern women have a problem on their hands, and it's their mouths, right? Anyway, this is not to try to talk down on women or bring women down. This is to enlighten women to what is coming on the earth. You're going to need to take better care of yourselves by submitting to a man who can protect and defend not only himself, but you. And in doing so, you're going to have to submit to him, because if you are expecting a man to defend you, you can't go running off at the mouth like a lot of Western modern women do. They'll run off at the mouth at their boyfriend or their husband or some random man. And then they'll say, well, I'm going to go get my brother, or I'm going to go get my father. Basically saying, I'm going to get a man to come take care of you, right? Whereas I instruct those who listen to me, men, where if a woman is so quick to run and get you to handle a situation, she needs to be under your instruction. Because if she runs off and be a renegade and causes all this drama, and then she expects you to handle this drama, all she's doing is setting you up for a prison sentence. There's a lot of men in prison for the rest of their lives, or for a long time, behind the actions of a woman. So if you're going to protect a woman, she needs to be instructed by you. Or if she wants to go out there and do her own thing, be her own woman, then she needs to be able to handle all that drama that she places herself in. So women, modern day women, as dark cruelty, outer darkness, all these calamities come upon the earth, you're going to have to start mentally preparing yourself to submit to preferably a righteous man, but at least a man, right? Anyway, shalom. Bless y'all.